Hello and welcome to Thought for the Week. Artificial intelligence hasn't taken over in Aberhavesp. It is I, Peter, speaking behind the camera, but I wanted to show you this week a safe which I took into school because I wanted to think for a little bit about don't store up treasure on earth, but give freely what you have freely received, just like the birds of the air and the flowers of the field. They don't sow, they don't reap, they just simply trust in the providence of the Lord. So I took my safe in and I said to the children, I don't know why I'm bringing this to show you, because I don't want to share anything with you. And to prove the point, on the top it says, Peter's treasure, hands off. But I said, because I'm feeling generous, can you help me? How on earth am I going to open this safe? And eventually somebody said, well, you need to put the right numbers in. I said, the trouble is I can't remember the right numbers. Something to do with my age. And I asked, how old do you think I am? And somebody said 75. I said, no. And then somebody said 65, and I liked that response a lot and said that's a lot nearer the mark. It wasn't actually. Anyway, in the end, we came to 71. I said, now, which year was I born in? And eventually we came to 1953. So various of the children came forward, some of the younger ones, and the 1 was keyed in with a slight click, and then the 9 with another click, and then all the way round to the 5 with another click, and eventually round to the 3. And I said, listen carefully, there'll be a click, and if it's right, there'll be something else. There was a click, but then following the click, there was a fanfare. Dun 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 dun. I said, we can open it. And so I and another child, we slowly edged up the door, which was very rusty. It creaked. And I said, oh, look, the safe was made in Yorkshire. That explains a lot. Hey, up! And we then pulled out Peter's treasure. I said, you can look, but you can't touch. And here it is. I said, there's some lovely eggs, some beautiful bananas, slightly empty but still lovely, some lovely apples, and then I think, yes, this is a special pumpkin that I've been growing, and it's beautiful, isn't it? Would anybody like some of my treasure? I'm feeling generous. The general consensus was no, thank you, and variations on that were less polite. And I said, oh, well, okay, I'll put it back in my safe and close the door. Then I asked them, I said, well, what have I done wrong? What should I have done instead of keeping it in my safe all these years? And we had various virtuous answers. Well, put it on the compost. Eat it all yourself, if it means that much to you. But then I said, no, what should I really be doing? And somebody said, share it. Give it away. Now then, I thought, this safe is rather like my heart, actually. Everything closed in on itself, embittered, rotting slightly in all sorts of ways, unused, ungiving. And I told them the story of Jesus that I mentioned at the start, and it concluded with this phrase, your heart and your treasure go together. And we sang, love is something, if you give it away, you end up having more. But of course, Jesus said this for us, not that we might have more, but to seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Your heart and your treasure go together.